Greetings. Welcome back to another cup of conversation with me, Nidra Simmons. I pushed myself to do another walk. It's been about 2 weeks or maybe a whole full week since my last one. And even then I shorted my walk. I forgot my watch that tracks everything, so I ain't gonna do a long walk today either. But the point is I'm out here and I'm moving. I want to come on and I want to help somebody. I want to help somebody that don't really want to listen to people when they talk to them first or face to face or even one-on-one. And I was reminded about how when Jesus, he wasn't appreciated in his homeland. He had to go away from his home to get the recognition, and I'm not necessarily looking for recognition, but he had to go elsewhere for people to listen to him. So this is what I was reminded when I thought about what I wanted to say. Today is Saturday, and for those that are not working, and if your life seems like it's topsy-turvy, and it's always something going on or something always messing up your plans, I want you to take today to sit down and reflect. Think about, and you do this as you please. I'm not making you do this. I'm just suggesting that you do this because I want to help you. I got to get back into my walking because I'm not even trained for the breathing, but like I used to be. But anyway, the point that I'm trying to make is use today to reflect. If you see that there's things constantly going on in your life, interrupting your life, and it's usually around the same area, then maybe you need to sit back, reflect, and wonder why. I got this saying that God don't like ugly. And to me, what that means is you can't sit there and be mean to other people, talk mean to other people, or even say mean things. Sometimes sometimes you can't reflect how you feel so openly, because at some point you have to be respectful of other people's I can feel y'all saying I ain't gotta respect nobody, but at some point you're gonna have to learn to be respectful, because you dish out how people are supposed to be treated. Like, let me rephrase that. The way that you want people to treat you, you should be able to treat the people the same way. So, if you constantly going out there and cursing and bad-mouthing people because of how you feel, expect something to come back to you. It's like our actions is like a big boomerang in a big open space. So whatever you say, whatever you do, it goes out there. And then as a boomerang, it always comes back. So we need to be mindful and careful of how we speak to others. We're not supposed to be concerned about other people's feelings to the point to where it takes over us, but we shouldn't be the ones contributing to them. We don't know what other people go through to get to where they're at or why they do what they do. And I hope it's coming out clear, but I'm simply saying we can't constantly be so hurtful to others and not expect nothing to come back to us. Another thing I want to say is karma is real. Karma is one of those things that has its own timing, not your timing. You can't determine when karma is going to hit, and you can't determine who karma is going to hit. It is something that the universe has that helps measure us. Do right unto others, and others will do right unto you. That's theory. That's the way it's supposed to be. But we got people that don't do that. We've got freedom of speech, which is a good thing. if it's going to help in a positive way. But if you're using your freedom of speech to hurt somebody else, to break down somebody else, to get somebody else out of character because you're already there, that's not a good way to use freedom of speech. Who is it helping? I got this over my ear so I can't see how close anybody's behind me. But anyway, use today to reflect. And I'm not saying bad things are going to happen to you because you speak badly to people. I'm just simply saying reflect over your whole life. If you were somebody that you can admit in the past you did somebody wrong, and even after that, you went through some stuff in your life already, but then you're still going out there doing things wrong or mean, and then you wonder why things are not always going your way. Sometimes those things constantly happen because you need to get the message. You're not getting what's being thrown at you. God put people in your life to help you. And if you choose not to listen to the person that's trying to help you, that's your choice. Now, the person shouldn't be trying to tell you what to do, but they should be giving you some sound mind, some sound advice, something to think about. Maybe you got a point there. And if that person that's put in your life to help you in any type of way, you see that what they're saying has some truth to it, don't accept it for that moment. And then the minute that the person's out of your face, go back to what you used to be doing. You have to receive that and make a change on that. It's almost like what I was saying in my post yesterday for those who saw it, about how God placed angels in people's life, or there's angels on this planet, and they're here to do a particular job, and their commands come from God. So when God say do whatever, they do whatever. If the people don't receive it, that's the people. Brought back to Sodom and Gomorrah in the Bible. God sent people in there, sent the angels in there. Only one family was worthy to come out. They all had the same opportunity to make it right. But those who choose not to, you're willing to deal with the consequences that come later. And for all of you that's so bold mouth, that want to say what you want to say and then forget the consequences later and F that and bleep that and all the other stuff. That same boldness, have that same boldness when what comes around, the receiving part, is there. Don't sit there and be all sad, woe is me, when it comes back your way when you were told. Even giving examples of. Look in the Bible if you don't believe me. There are stories in there that's going to connect to you or your life to get you to just pause for a minute and think about it. Now, y'all know if you don't know, the Bible, I understand, is written by man, but every time you read the Bible, you're going to get something different out of it. The Bible is just a tool that is put in place by people that have experienced God at some point, and it's been documented. Regardless of who wrote the Bible, the stories that's in the Bible reflects and touch on everyday life. There's nothing new under the sun. That Bible can go and talk to many of people on many different situations, because we have the same situations. It's just new people and new timelines, because we're constantly growing. We're constantly evolving. Excuse me. But it's cool out here, so the weather's changing, so it's a little bit dry in the throat. But I hope that I'm coming across clear. And good morning, beautiful sun. Thank you for your energy. And on that note too, giving honor and glory to God for waking us up this morning, giving us the strength and energy to move, giving us the mobility in our body. Thank you for life, health, and strength. Thank you for a loving heart, Mother, Father, Universe, God. Thank you for being so wonderful. to me, to my family. Keep me and my family and those who are out here fully dressed in our superhero suit, wearing the full armor of God, the helmet of salvation, breastplate of righteousness, shield of faith, sword of God's holy word, belt of truth, and shoes of peace. Keep us alert, aware of our surroundings. And I see all the people coming out here now, so I might have to start putting this phone closer. But I'm giving God the glory, and I thank you, Lord. And thank you to our spirit team, my big brother Jesus, all archangels, guardian angels, all angels in the highest Christ light, ancestors, guardian ancestors, spirit team here and far. Thank you. Gotta catch my breath. But if you don't do anything today and you have been blessed with the opportunity to take it easy and relax, use this moment to reflect. Do any type of writing or work that you have to do, but do some reflection. I like journaling. A lot of people don't like to write. So then don't write, make a video. Maybe if you hear yourself talk and then replay it back to you, you can see what others can and what you can't. The videos that I make, I replay it back and I look at it. I can feel a pull. I can feel a light. I can feel something of love and of compassion, of someone who really wants to help. And I see that in myself when I look at my videos. So if I see it, I know somebody out there see it. So on that note, I just want to say, keep your mind stayed on God. Treat people the way that you want to be treated. Don't let this world taint your heart. And if you're constantly going through things that are not good, good morning. Don't look at it as somebody else's fault. Look at yourself and see, or ask yourself, did I contribute to this? Am I the reason why these things keep happening? Or if it's something that's constantly happening and I went through several different types of material items and I can't get it right to this day, what am I not doing right? What am I not being truthful about? What is it that I'm not seeing? Why do I gotta keep going through this over and over again? Ask God and wait for an answer. Don't just ask the question and give your own answer, because we can do that. We can come up with a solution within a heartbeat, but it's not up to you. Get the solution from God, the inner God that's in you. So wait after you ask that question. Sit in a quiet place. Drink a cup of tea. Drink a cup of hot chocolate. Drink coffee. You got options. But do something. Just keep yourself still. To sit in that quiet space so that you can hear what God is trying to tell you. I can remember going through cycles over and over and over and over again. And I'm sitting there saying, dang, is this ever going to end? The answer is yes. When I got it, it took me years. When I say years, I can honestly say straight honesty, 20 years of going through cycles, same cycles, over and over and over again. I'm not saying it was 20, I'm saying it was more. But the focus of me getting it was within the last I would even say, I want to say 7 to 9 years. That's when I started really getting more closer things that I recognized. And then, some serious life stuff took place within the last over 5 years, and that triggered. And then within the last 3 years, that just hit the nail right on the head. I'm not saying it's an overnight thing. I'm simply saying recognize the pattern so that you can get the means for that solution so that you can be free. I had told my son the other day, we was having a conversation, that the way that you can get past trials and tribulations, the way that you can get past doing something that is hard to get over, the way that you can be free and heal yourself is dealing with the situation head on. Stop running from the situation. Stop running from you. Look at yourself in the mirror and recognize what it is or who you are and appreciate who you are. Every nook and cranny you have in your face, appreciate it. That's you. And if you got grays hairs and now, or even young people have gray hair too, appreciate it. That's you. Now, I know I wear a lot of different hairstyles, and I choose to. Because life has done a number on me, on my natural hair. But it's growing, and it's going to get to where it needs to be. And I'm not uncomfortable with it. I just don't want to show y'all. But regardless of what, I'm beautiful with or without the hair. That's not who makes me me, but I just like the way it makes me feel. And that's not to be hypocritical, because I'm not telling you all to come out here looking like someone you don't want to look like. I'm just saying be true to yourself. Love who you are. Love who you are regardless. And if you like to dress up, love who you are. But don't hide who you are. Don't run from who you are. Know who you are, love who you are, inside and out. When I'm home and it's just me and my family, I'm free as a bird. I don't care what's going on my head. But when I'm coming out in the public, I guess we're just trained that way. At one point, I didn't care. I came out here looking just like I did when I just woke up out of bed. But that ties in with loving yourself, taking care of yourself. And lately, since I've had a lot of time to be with me, I've learned to love me. I've learned to date me. I've learned to appreciate me. I've learned to spoil me. So my outer look is looking different because my inner side is really appreciating the gift that God had created when He created, she created, Mother, Father, universe, me. So I hope I said something that was helpful. I hope I said something that was relatable. But seriously, use today to get in a quiet place and reflect on you. Are there any cycles? That lady walking fast. That one that passed me, she is way out there. But reflect on your life. And if you're constantly hitting the same thing over and over again, look at what it is that you have not yet completed. Face it head on. Heal yourself and get through it so you can be free. So until next time, have a wonderful, wonderful day. Peace.